Aside from being a beast in the cage, Makhachev is actually down to earth and a very charismatic guy, a side that we rarely get to see. In this video, we'll go through 5 things that you didn't know about Islam Makhachev. As always, comment below which one you like the most. We appreciate your support, so leaving a like and subscribing would mean a lot to us and the channel. Now let's get started. Number 1. Islam Makhachev is one of the best grapplers in the UFC lightweight division. Not surprising given Islam's background in Sambo and being a champion in that sport, this star is the best pound for pound grappler. He went on a tear in 2021 where he submitted 3 opponents back to back, showing that he wasn't kidding around when it came into the ground game. What was even more telling about his ridiculous grappling ability was how he was able to submit Dan Hooker within the first round. Hooker also comes from a solid coaching background from City Kickboxing, where other famous strikers and grapplers like Alex Volkanovski and Israel Adesanya trained. They 100% knew what Islam's strength was and planned for it all of training camp. Yet it's one thing to train for something like that and another to experience it head on. In just under 2.5 minutes, Islam was able to take control of the fight, bringing Dan Hooker to the ground and almost snapping his hand. In his corner was a previous champ, Khabib, giving him crucial instructions of stepping on Dan's head to secure enough leverage to get the submission.
You got him down, you were in front of Khabib, what was he telling you?
Yeah, I tried to Kimura and he go a little bit back. Khabib tell me, everybody can listen, you know, watch fight again. He tell me, hey, step up to his head. And when I step, I give him exactly Kimura.
Number 2. Islam's one loss from puncher's chance. Next up is one of the reasons why some may never consider Islam to be better than Khabib. It's that one little loss on his record. While coming into the UFC, Islam was touted to be the next Khabib, someone who could ragdoll you on the ground but also had a strong striking game. While on the ground where things are controlled, the UFC star rarely needs to consider being hurt. But a lot can change if you are able to land that one hit. That's the concept of a puncher's chance, when even if you are the overwhelming favorite, the opponent always has an opportunity to land that one lucky strike. For Islam, that smudge on his resume was against Adriano Martins, a Brazilian mixed martial artist who is 10 years older than Makhachev. Their bout at UFC 192 ended quickly with a TKO from Martins as his experience in the sport showed. Also note that Islam was only 23 years old at this time, so it was a humbling experience that probably only made him better. Number 3. Surprisingly funny guy. One might initially think that Islam is awkward or quiet given how little he speaks out during fight. However, that's not the case. In fact, Islam is hilarious once he's able to get comfortable with people around him. Here's one example where Islam is in the middle of cutting weight for a fight and wants to eat some of DC's food.
This is no, because it's my food. I don't want you to like put your face behind.
Just a little bit right.
Yeah.
Why do you eat fish, brother?
Because brother, no, I must get ready for fight.
You can eat.
No, this mine, this mine.
Please, Ragil.
No, this mine. This is just right here.
Yeah, you can eat pork, brother. Why do you eat fish?
Taste it. Taste it. Fish with corn, with rice, like taste it. This is pretty good, huh?
I don't know, huh?
No, stop. No, please.
Yeah, I have two, brother.
It's okay, just relax. You like this? Pretty good, huh?
Yes.
You like the fish?
Yes.
You want one more piece? But then don't take too much, right? Come on.
You can eat whatever you want. Fish when you.
Hey man, you gonna put your finger in my food, man? Hey man, you put your finger in my food, man!
Once Islam is more comfortable speaking English, I think we'll see a new side of him, one that could be more entertaining than Khabib as well. Number 4. One of the least hit fighters in UFC history. We've all seen what Khamzat has done with Kevin Holland and Li Jingliang. He took them to the ground and didn't even give them a chance before drowning them. Even with several of these fights where Khamzat was literally untouched, he had an average absorbed strike per minute of 3.98. Of course, we have to consider his fight with Gilbert Burns as an outlier, but overall, we can say Khamzat rarely gets touched. Compare that with the strike absorbed for Islam, which is 0.84. That means each minute the fighter is in the ring, he gets hit less than once per minute. Once again, playing to his dominant grappling strength, but also showing how useless he can make strikers. This also bodes well for longevity inside the UFC. Some fighters like Tony Ferguson ends up losing their chin after being hit so much. Others may hold on to it a bit longer, but eventually that will go as well. The best way to maintain your chin in this sport is simply not to get hit, and Islam has done that as good as anyone else. Number 5. Makhachev and Khabib went to the same school together. Khabib and Islam have had a long history together, starting from when they were in grade school. They've always trained with each other, and Islam was another protege under Khabib's father and now Khabib. This has led them down the same path from being a dominant Sambo champion to now training with the same AKA team in the United States. Since Khabib's retirement, Islam is slated to take over the division, and who's in his corner? Of course, none other than the Eagle himself, who has given him incredible advice. These two are going to continue being friends and are perhaps as close to brothers as you can get without the blood association. Check out what Islam had to say about Khabib's generosity.
I'm like Islam, like almost same like Khabib. I agree with this. I wanna be like Khabib, you know. He's great man, you know. He's champion. He have a lot of money now, he have everything now, but he's still humble guy. He's coming to USA without his family. He stay here 1-2 months just for help, you know. He don't take money, nothing. He just come and help all team. He do everything for team, you know. Okay, we come to USA without him to San Jose. He rent big house for team. He rent a lot of cars for team, and nobody pay. He pay for everything, you know. That's why I cannot explain to you about like Khabib, because he do a lot of stuff, but nobody know this. But we always have to tell him thank you.
Now we know there's probably several more quirky and interesting facts about this star that we didn't get to, but these were the most interesting to me. Islam is on a trajectory upwards in the MMA world, and many project him to be the next star and champion in this division. The star is also just hitting his stride at the prime of his career. There's going to be a lot more in store for him if he can sustain this run. So, what did you guys like or didn't like about these facts? Were you at all surprised that although a humble guy, Islam could come off a bit weird and likes to joke around? That's one of the things that always surprises me given his demeanor in most of his interviews. Either way, that's all for this video. Appreciate all the support and hope to see you on Knockout TV. Remember to subscribe again if you haven't yet, and we'll see you on the next one.